What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And the Ram announcement came down today. You guys saw it. The Ram is coming back, but I just want to talk about a couple of different things. We catch a lot of flack in the community because, like, sites that have been around for a long time, and I'm talking about websites that may have been around for a while, will say, oh, let me get this thing situated. They'll make a statement and say, oh, X, Y, and Z is coming for the Ram, but it's only going to be with certain models or this, that, and the other. And then we say, nope, it's going to be available from the base model to the top of the line. And then everybody says, you guys don't know what you're talking about. So I'm addressing that today because that stuff's gonna stop. Because now we got to call it. When we're right about something and somebody's wrong about something, we have to keep it 100. And we're doing that today. Roll the intro. So welcome on back to TK's Garage. This is nothing new, guys. When it comes to Mopar stuff, leaks, information, months and months and months out, our track record is second to none. My brother's probably the only one that's right there with me, and we share information all the time, and that's my guy Butter the Insider. OC Motivator even recently has been getting in on the fun, which I love to see that for him. So, and it wouldn't surprise me if you start seeing stuff from Dizzle doing that too. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people will say, oh, they're just third-rate YouTubers. But I will tell you this, car and driver starting to pay attention. I got people at, I was at the Motor Trend party, right? So people at Motor Trend are starting to pay attention because here's how the cycle works. We say, hey, the Ram is coming back with a Hemi this year, and they're building engines for it right now in Mexico, right? They don't know what they're talking about. They're just YouTubers. It's fake news. Stellantis hasn't said anything. That's the other thing. Oh, well, the company hasn't said anything. No shit, Sherlock. They're not going to tell you about something before they're ready to tell you about it. That's the purpose of the channel. We're able to put that information out before the company wants it to be out. We don't care. So what I found interesting was, we put that out and we said the Hemi was coming back, and myself and Butter both got information showing that the Hemi was being built in Mexico. And then we saw information that came out on other sites that the Hemi was being built in Dundee, and they would be manufacturing those Hemis in Dundee by July or August, I believe is what they said. And we said, well, that doesn't matter because they're going to be selling Ram 1500s with V8s in it by August. And everybody said, oh, you guys are wrong. Well, today is June 5th or 6th, whatever it is, June 5th, I believe. And guess what? Orders are open today. You can go to your dealership and put an order in for what? Oh, that's right, a V8. Long before Dundee is ever going to manufacture a V8 because they're still building those engines and bringing them in from Mexico. Now, we also said that Kokomo would probably be building those engines before Dundee, and guess what? We were right again. Which brings us to the current situation, where we put out a video 5 months ago, 6 months ago, that said, in a rebuttal to something that we saw on other Mopar sites. I don't mention them, I'm not taking shots at them, I don't really care. I just want to make sure that the record is accurate. And I said, no, you'll be able to get a Longhorn Laramie with a 5.7 Hemi in it. And they said, oh, this guy, you know what they said? They on their own, because some of them have YouTube channels too. Oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know where his sources are, but that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, what did they come out with? What did they say? Oh, that's right. The Hemi is a $1,200 option all the way up until the Laramie and the Longhorn. All right? Those are free. You don't pay for it with the Laramie or the Longhorn. You just get the Hemi if you want the Hemi. Say it with me. Say it with me. I told you so. Now, look, I guess they're going to say, you know, when me and Butter the Insider were talking about possibly a demon truck coming, right? Which could just be a TRX that has 1,000 horsepower instead of 797 or whatever, right? Oh, that's not going to happen. They don't know what they're talking about. Really? These sites have the balls to continue to say stuff like this when the track record has been impeccable. So just stay tuned, because when the CUDA comes later, right? And we talked about that. And when you see a street truck with the 6.4 Hemi in it, or maybe, you know, me and Butter have been hearing some of the same stuff, that the SRT V10 could be coming back. Maybe it comes back with that. But you heard about the street truck stuff from us first. Oh, and all of those sites and their individual YouTube channels all saying, oh, he's just making stuff up. If I could guess this accurate, 99% accurate, I need to be picking sports, because I would be a friggin' gazillionaire. So it's not about guessing. It's about having better sources, better methods, and getting the information before anybody else. That's all. Not tooting my horn, but I just want to, when I do these videos, it's just to keep the record straight. Don't believe me? Go back and look at the track record. You can search directly on my channel every time I use the word Hemi, or when the Hemi was coming back for the Ram. They weren't talking about that. And when we started talking about it, they said, oh, that's never going to happen. Just like the same way we said Tim Kaniskas was coming back. And they were like, this guy is just pulling this out of his ass. There's no way he knows. And then I said, hey, he just did a second phone call. I think he's coming back. And 24 hours later, what happened? CEO of Ram. Now, I will say that I thought he was coming back to be the CEO of Stellantis. I did say that. That's a fact. But I'm not on the phone call, right? I just know about the communication that's happening. So, needless to say, I'm happy the Hemi is back. I'm happy that we have those options. And I'm willing to bet money by the end of Q4, there's more Hemi 1500s sold than Hurricanes. Anybody want to take that bet? Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Tesla giveaway is still going on the channel. I know that there's some wild stuff going on in the news right now between the president and Elon Musk. I saw that earlier today while I was traveling, and I was just like, uh-oh. The Teslas are going to be hated by both sides now? Anyways, if you want to get entered in to win the Tesla Model S P100D, comes with free lifetime supercharging, comes with full self-driving and all the bells and whistles. It was $134,500 was the original MSRP on that car. It's not what it's worth today. Let's just be honest. It's an electric vehicle. But if you want to win that car, it's very simple. You can go to tksgarage.com, or you can click on the merch that's right below this video that takes you to tksgarage.com. And every dollar you spend counts as one entry. So good luck. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching today's video. And as always, stay petty, my friends.